everybody, my name's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me, and today I'm going to be using this lovely stamp set here, and I'm going to create a card for you to follow. And this is called Birthday Blossoms. And I picked this stamp set because I thought it was really pretty, and also this flower here coordinates with the Pansy Punch. You can get a stamp set that matches exactly, called the Flower Shop. I think it's got several different flowers, but this also coordinates, so if you've got that punch then it's very useful. So without further ado, I'll just move that out of the way and I'll bring in my card. I'm using what am I using? Is this Rich Razzleberry? I think it is. I'm using Rich Razzleberry and Fresh Fig, yes. I forgot what colour it was then. I love Rich Razzleberry. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour. So, I'm using that along with Very Vanilla. I've started with an A4 that I've cut in half, about 4 1/8 by 5 and by 11 1/2-ish. Scored at 5 3/4. I'll just get an A4 now and I just cut it in half and it makes 2 bases. I'll put all of the measurements on my blog, and I'll put the layering measurements as well. But basically I've gone down just 1/8 of an inch increment. I've got a much smaller increment. I normally do 1/4 of an inch, but I'm experimenting with smaller ones so I can fit more layers on. And then I've just made this little layer here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer it like so, just off there, off the bottom, so it's not a complete layer. And these measure, the bottom one is 4 5/8, yeah, and then that'll go down in 1 inch increment. I'll put the measurements on my blog because I'm waffling. Let's get stamping. I'm using Rich Razzleberry ink and I'm using Sweet Sugar Plum. And the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to attach this bottom layer here. I'm going to use Stampin' Up Dimensionals because I want to put a ribbon around it. I better put that there. I better put my ribbon around it first, actually. I'll have it all at Rug Blaze, won't I? Right, so let's just take that off a minute. Put that there. Tear tape on the back of my layer so that I can get my ribbon straight. I don't want it right up against the edge. I've made myself enough room to have a bit of a gap. So just running my tear tape down, and all that's doing is holding my ribbon still. Pokey tool, there we go. It's just going to hold my ribbon still so I can bring it around the front and tie it nicely. How much am I going to need? Not sure, I'll go for that much. Put it on my card straight. So that is the back. So I'm going to bring it around the front now. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of tear tape here. Just about 2 fingers width. That is a scientific measurement. 2 fingers. And the same here. About 2 fingers width. Okay, just to help again hold your ribbon down. Sometimes when you're crafting there isn't an exact measurement. You just go with what you feel, you know. And I would urge you when you're crafting not to be too hung up on measurements. Obviously, you know, if you're making a box and it needs to be a certain whatever, then you need to measure it. But other than that, just go with the flow. Right, I'm just going to trim it about there. I'm going to pull that so that it lies straight. I'm just going to give it a bit of a crease with my finger and rub it there. I have used glue dots in the past to hold my ribbon down, and I wouldn't advise it. The reason being, you can see the lumpy bit through the, you know, through the ribbon. So I now use tear tape. So I'm just finding more or less the central point. I'm going to tie it in a knot. Get the fiddly faffy bit out of the way first. And then we'll get stamping. Right. So I need to pull that fairly firmly, but I don't want my card to buckle. And I want that ribbon to lie nicely. I don't want it to be naughty. I don't have time. Come on. Right, I'm just going to tighten another knot. Ugh. Pull it through. And then I'm just going to try and make it look nice. You know, I don't want to look like one of my dogs has jumped on it. There we go, but I'm happy with that. I'm not going to faff for too long. And then I'm just going to cut one going one way and one going the other way. Again, I'm not measuring it precise. If that's going that way, I want that going that way, don't I? I'm all fingers and thumbs today. It's because I want the card to be nice, because it's for a crafty friend, and as soon as I finish this video, it's literally going in an envelope and going in the post. I'll have to take a photo of it first, won't I? Right, so that's that done. So now I know that, you know, I can put my dimensionals on now. Okay, so I'll just pop it on the top of the ribbon, it'll be fine. Like so. One over here. I'm going to have to get a new sheet out, aren't I? One there. I'll use these first. I'm not wasting them. I'll be cutting edges off. And one there. Right, the difficult thing for me now is going to be lining it up on that card base with such a small, you know, increment. But we'll get there. This is going to be a lovely card. So just be patient and bear with me. It will be worth it, I promise. Take the ideas and borrow them. I often get ladies saying, do you mind if I use your card? Absolutely do not mind. All these tutorials are free, and the whole idea is that you take them and you use them. If I didn't want you to be able to copy them, I would charge for them as a product class. So there you go, do what you want with it. Right, I've just got to try and line that up nicely without getting my big messy hair in the camera. I'll apologise in advance if my head gets in the shot. You know, my hair's a mess, I'm having an ugly day. I don't care, I've got my tracksuit on today and my Uggs. No makeup. I'm having a messy hair and I don't care day. Right, so that's my card started. So now I'm going to do my stamping. So I've had this idea in my head. I don't know if it's going to look nice because I've, as per usual, you know, this is the one and only card. I've not done a sample, so we'll see how we go. I was messing about with this set last night, so I've got some general ideas. Okay, so this is Sweet Sugar Plum, and I'm going to stamp off because I want it quite pale, and I'm just putting it on the top left corner, like so, and then I'm going to put it also, and I'm going to stamp off on the bottom left corner, but I might just put a little bit more on than that corner there. Okay, so there we go, so we've got that. So my next step is to have some leaves, and this is supplied in the Birthday Blossoms. You could stamp them out onto green cardstock and cut them out. You know, you always need leaves. So I'm going to stamp that in Paper Zaz. Okay, plenty on. Okay, I was just practice stamping, and I'm going to have it so that the leaves are pointing towards this corner, like so. Hopefully that'll stamp nicely. There we go. Oh, it's over stamped a bit, but it doesn't matter because we're going to have a flower on it. What I am going to do is I am just going to come in with my old olive pencil because I don't want those leaves to be white. I want them to be green. So I'm just going to gently colour those in. with Old Olive. You could leave them white, don't matter. Or like I say, you could stamp on some green card and then cut it out. My colouring skills are amazing, aren't they? I don't know, do you know, sometimes I wonder how I get through my days without being run over by a bus. I really do. I'm so thankful at the end of every day that I'm still alive, because I'm quite incompetent at a lot of things. But I managed to, you know, I managed to get by. I'm only joking. I'm good at my Stampin' Up business. I'm just adding a bit of shading. Because I think I'm an artist. I've no idea what I'm doing, if I'm honest. They say, oh, well, look where the sun falls. I've never got all that, mate. I've never understood it all. You know, when I did art at school, I used to just sit at back at class and flick paper at boys. There we go. We can pretend. It looks all right. Now, I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm going to do my flowers, and I'm using the lovely, I think it's meant to be a pansy, and I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry so that it ties back in with the cardstock. And I'm going to do two, and I'm going to layer them up because I like to give my cards a little bit of dimension. And one lady did mention about quite a dimensional flower that I did, saying, oh, well, you know, you won't be able to mail it. I don't really know what it's like in America, the postage. I think it was an American lady. But in England, we can send what's called a large letter. So you can get away with a dimensional card. And it costs a little bit more. It's about double the price of a normal letter. But it's still cheaper than a big parcel. So, you know, if you are in a country with an expensive postal system, then you'll have to do flat flowers. I'll let you off. I don't like flat flowers, but if it saves you on your postage, we'll let you off. We'll let you have flat flowers. Oh dear. Right. I'm trying to remember how this lines up now, because I've forgotten, and I don't think I've stamped it in the right position. I'm going to have to cut it out. This is new to me. I only literally got this set. Let me look at the shapes. I got this set literally yesterday, so I'm not quite used to how it all lines up yet. That doesn't look right to me. Let me just turn it around. I'm not used to how it all lines up. I should have taken more notice before I stamped it. That's not right neither. Is it that way? I think it's that way. No, that doesn't look right either. Oh, I should have marked my stamp. I know what I should do. Everybody keeps giving me advice, and I know what I should be doing. I just forget. It's that way, isn't it? It's that one. I'm having it that way anyway. I'll trim it if it doesn't look right. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is that way. It's just me being a nana. Right. Honestly, I'm going to mark all of my punches and all of my stamps so I know which way up they're meant to be. That's it. But you know, I'll take the time to get it right. I won't do it wrong. Right, let's see if I can get a grip now. It's that way. Is it? Have I lost it again? It's that way. Come on, Amanda. That way. There we go. I'm making this look really difficult, and it's not, you know. It's super easy. It's me being a nana and not marking my stamp and not taking note of which way around it goes. Which way is it? It's doing me nothing. It's doing me head in, this is. It's that way. Talk amongst yourselves while I just sort this punch out. I'm just going through a patio window in a minute. It's getting one more chance and I'll just fussy cut it. It's that way. Right. Honestly. No, it don't fit. Why am I not, why is it not lining up? I'm having it that way. I'm bored of that now. I need to mark my punch so that I know which way to line it up. I'll just cut it. Oh, can't be doing with that. Oh, dear me. There you go. I'm not editing it. You can see my incompetences for all the glory. I really don't really worry too much. Right, I've trimmed it. That can go on bottom layer. What a flipping palaver. It's really easy as that punch, honestly. All you've got to do is remember which way round you've punched your stamp, you've stamped your stamp. And I forgot. Right, I'm going to ink it with Rich Razzleberry. I'll just take a deep breath and get a grip. Rich Razzleberry is beautiful on the edges of your flowers. It just gives them that, you know, when you see your flowers in your garden and the ends look like just really dark and almost burnt, if you know what I mean. I know that's a strange analogy, but and it really does look lovely. I'm going to try and make a 3D flower out of this punch, you know, once I've mastered how on earth to punch it out. Although if you're doing it on plain card with no stamp, it wouldn't matter, would it? But I do have a feeling that the shapes of it reminds me very much of an older stamps die that I've got. It's actually a Biggs die, and it's very, very similar. And I think if the petals were slit and cut a bit closer to the core, I think it would make an amazing flower. So I've just taken some of the ink off so it's not as dark, and I'm inking the rest of this flower. I'm going to leave a little bit of white, but not much. I'm just going to dab it. Okay, I know what I'm on about. There's always method in my madness. I need my stamping mat, and I'm going to shape it. I can't find my ball tool, so I'm going to use my piercing tool and just go in a circular motion around those petals. See, I've got a grip now. I know I'm more professional now. I am really professional. Oh dear. I won't make Stampin' Up Professional Demonstrator of the Year this year. I think, you know, I think I'll step aside and let somebody else have that one. Oh dear. I must be doing something right, because I do get customers and I have got quite a large team. I'm alright, it's just till I turn this camera on and talk to you lot that everything goes wrong. Right. I want a bit more of a pop in them flowers. Okay, so I'm going to actually use Tombow. I don't want to use glue dots because my glue dots have disappeared. I have a sneaky feeling that a little girl that was off school yesterday and who was scrapbooking in her bedroom with a little scrapbooking kit that I got her has pinched them. She loves glue dots, loves them. Love it that way. So I'm just layering these up, one on top of the other, overlapping, making sure that, you know, the one leaf goes in the gap between two others. And whilst I hold that while it dries, I'm going to lift these leaves up. I'm just going to lift them up. There we go. Give them a bit of a smoosh and a bit of a... There we go. So I'm happy with that. Now I think I do want something in the centre of those. So let's have a look. What I will have one of these new. These are the new Faceted Gems, aren't they? Do I like that? I don't know. I'd rather have a pearl. I don't know if these are going to be large enough. I don't think it wants silver on it. I think it wants a bit of a pearl. Oh yeah, if we stick it just in the middle, like so. Right, so I'm going to do my sentiment now, and hopefully it's going to stick on, it's going to go on nicely. I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry again so that it stands out with a bit of a pop. I've not used this stamp before, so I'm going to just practice stamp there. Celebrate You. Beautiful. So I'm lining my card up on my grid paper in the hope that it helps me get this straight. I'm going to line my block up with the edge of the card because the stamp should be straight on there. And let's hope that I haven't stamped it upside down, because that would be a bit of a nightmare. Yay! I always feel like I need a big celebration when I've stamped right. Now, another thing that I'm going to do, and I've pinched this idea from one of my lovely friends, Gaynor Boyce, and she uses an awful lot of little pearls and little rhinestones on her cards. I do take notice of what people do, and it always looks amazing. So I am adding in these little flowers here the tiniest little, I'm not going to put it on all of them, I still have none left, the tiniest size pearls in these basic pearls, and it just adds that little bit of something. And my friend Gaynor does it a lot on her cards, and she'll scatter these around and about, all the rhinestones, and it always looks amazing. So I've pinched this idea off of Gaynor. Oh. So there we go. I could put it on all of them, and I might do off camera, but it'll take too long. So I'm happy with that now. I like that, and I'm going to put it on dimensionals. Yes, I am. So let me get some more. Oh, I do hope I have some more. Yes, I do. Oh, panicked then. I thought I'd run out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This video is going to be about 30 minutes long because of my struggle with the punch. So if you've stuck with me, I do appreciate it. You are an absolute trooper. And a glutton for punishment. So I will have a finished complete photo of this and the measurements on my blog, along with a list of supplies if you feel like you need any of them. Like I felt I needed this stamp and this punch. Been on my wish list since April. I'm slowly getting down my wish list a little bit at a time. Should I win the lottery, I will buy the whole catalogue. Let's bring our card back in. Right, this wants layering on my oops, coloured layer first. I'm trying to get it straight. Is that straight? It'll do for me. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to actually attach this now with Tombow, because I want some dimension, but I don't want it, you know, 5 foot thick. Okay, and this is where it all pulls together. Sometimes I might look like I'm a bit of a train wreck, but I do actually know what I'm doing. Honestly, I do. And there you go, and there the proof is in the pudding. And how pretty is that? That is a beautiful card, and that is gonna, as soon as it's dried, I'm going to probably put a cream layer in there so I can write a message to my lovely friend, and it'll go straight in the post. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.